Hello friends and welcome to Sam's Kitchen. Once again, yet we are back with another superb recipe. It's a very traditional, authentic recipe for Shami Kabab. Yeah, it's a Indian continental recipe eaten in Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Nepal, and all these places. It's a traditional MUGHLAI recipe, MUGHLAI. And so I'm going to teach you and I'm going to show you how you cook it in a very traditional way. These are kebabs and mouth melting kebabs, very soft and delicious. So you're going to start with half a kg of mutton, not lean, it should be a little fat content. I'm going to take out a piece of fat for later use. I'll show you what exactly we are going to do with it. So this is our half a kg of boneless mutton, and we have got around 200 grams of gram pulse over here. Not the entire gram, it's the pulse gram chana dal. The gram pulse I'm going to use, I have soaked it at least 2 hours prior, so it's soaked up and looks a bit more in quantity. Make sure the quantity of gram pulse is not more than the quantity of meat, because we are going to eat kebab which is out of meat, not gram pulse. Okay, so the spices over here, we are going to use 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns, a couple of green cardamoms and 1 black cardamom, 1 teaspoon of garam masala. If you don't have garam masala, you can omit it with the curry powder, but that will definitely not do the exact taste, but it will manage. I've got 5-6 cloves of 5-6 cloves, a few broken sticks of cinnamon. I've broken that down because this will be grounded later, so it will cook more faster and easier. And I've got 1 teaspoon of poppy seeds over here and 2 teaspoons of salt, and we've got a few cloves of garlic, a little ginger, 1 teaspoon. You can use ginger garlic paste instead if you want to. I'm using olive oil. So, and I've got some dry red chili over here, at least 10-12 of them. It's up to you to make how much spicy you want. I've got 2 big onions chopped over here and some bay leaves, and 2 cups of water. That's around 400 milliliter of water. First of all, I've got a pan on fire over here, so I'm going to pour. Okay, so that. Now that's the way to do it. And then I'm going to pour my meat in it, and then the ground pulse. Okay, so let's give it a little mix over here. Okay. And now to this, I'm gonna add the remaining spices, the ginger, garlic, chilies, onions, bay leaf, and my masalas. Okay. Now I'm gonna give it a quick stir. Remember, you're going to mix up all that in a, if you got a mince making machine, mincer or food processor, any one of them. So I'm going to ground them. A lot of people use ground beef or mutton for this recipe. I'm using whole mutton pieces, boneless mutton pieces. That gives more flavor. Moreover, I don't want my meat to completely vanish or disappear inside this kebab. I just want to have a few threads of meat coming and when you eat it, so it should be giving a texture of something meaty. So this is all mixed up, and now we're going to cover this and cook it for at least 45 to 50 minutes on slow heat. And slow heat, and you can understand I put salt in it, so the meat is going to leave a lot of water as well, so there'll be excess of meat. You don't have to check it out in between. In case if you will to check it out, and if it's short of water, you can pour it a little water, not much, so it gets reduced completely. And we're gonna come back and show you how exactly the rest of the recipe goes on. Okay, so here we are. We have done reducing the liquids and cooking a little of gram pulse and meat, not completely cooked though, because if it's completely cooked then it won't be worth frying and making cutlets. So now I'm going to cool it down for some time, and then I'm going to dry ground it in a processor or a mincer. The bay leaves you see over here, they have done their job. This time I can remove them off, because their main work is to give it the flavor and suck in all the acidic ingredients of the food, which gives you acidity. And so I'm gonna wait for it to cool down, and then I'll ground it, and I'll come back, show you the rest of the additives and how to make cutlets, and finally bring it to the final recipe. Okay, so here we have grounded the entire stuff which we cooked earlier, and this is how it comes out to be. Now I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients before I make the patties out of it. I've got 2 big onions chopped here, and equal quantities of coriander and mint finely chopped. We can leave them big, but they will obviously not taste good when they come in the mouth, so just chop them a little. 2 eggs. These eggs are actually to make the meat stable when you fry it. There are 2 ways of adding eggs. Like when you make the patties, you dip them in the egg and you fry them, or you add them in the beginning while mixing up all these condiments and these ingredients, so that the patty while frying stays in its place. So I'm going to add it now, because if I dip the patties in the egg wash and fry it, it's going to be a little messy. So I'm just going to avoid that mess. I'm going to make it the other way. So I'm going to pour all these onions in here, and all the stuff in here. I'm not adding green chilies over here. A lot of people add green chilies, because I've already added a lot of red chili over here, so I don't want to make it any more spicy. This is definitely gonna eat him. So I'm gonna mix it up and make 2 inch of patties. It's 1/2 inch thick and 2 inch in diameter. So let's mix it up, and I'm gonna come back after we made the patties in here, and I'll show you the final touch. Okay, so we have made the patties and stacked them. I'm gonna put them in the fridge when I use to fry them. I'll be frying a couple of them. That's the final stage. You can see I'm still using the old dirty pan. There's a reason for it. I've got some charcoal ready over here. Now I'm gonna smoke this thing, so that when you eat it, you get a distinguished smoke flavor all over. So I'm gonna place this charcoal all 3 sides of the dish over here. And if you remember, see, we were burning charcoal placed on 3 sides of the dish. If you remember, we saved a piece of fat earlier, so I'm going to keep this piece of fat over these burning charcoal pieces like this. And the reason for doing so is this charcoal, when it burns, the fat burns, will give out smoke. And this smoke is actually going to smoke our kebabs, Shami kebabs over here. You'll find a lot of recipes of Shami kebab all over the net, but trust me, this is something which is very necessary to do it. Give it a smoke flavor, so that the entire smoke flavor is absorbed by the cutlets, and when you fry them, it gives a very awesome distinguished flavor, something very different, something out of this world. You must have eaten a lot of Shami kebabs. Try doing this, making the same recipe and giving it smoke like this, and you're gonna love it for the rest of your life. See, you see the smoke. I'm gonna cover this and keep it there for as long as, just keep the little mouth open, so that the charcoal doesn't die. It sucks up all the oxygen. Let's keep it a little alive, and the rest of the smoke will actually be sucked up by the entire patties over there. And trust me, voila, when you fry them, the smell is undescribable. People are gonna love it just with the smell. It's gonna haunt them for the rest of the day. They want to eat more, they want to keep asking for the recipe, and you're gonna be famous, trust me. So we're gonna wait for some time until all the smoke is absorbed and vanished. Then I'm gonna take out a few patties for frying, and the rest I'll be stacking it in the refrigerator, in the freezer department, and fry them whenever I want. and make sure you just keep them covered up with the polythene so that the other smells in the refrigerator doesn't get absorbed instead of the smoke flavor. Okay, so this is how we make it. Now there's one more stage left. I'm going to show you how to fry these patties. Let's get it smoked and then I'm going to show you the fresh Shami kebab. Okay, so here we are. We have smoked it. Now I'm going to fry a couple of them in here. Actually, a lot more than a couple of them. So here we're frying them. You can see none of the pieces are going to actually break or scramble. This is how you keep frying them for 2 minutes on each side. They've been frying on one side. Now it's time let me turn over to the other side and I'll show you how it looks like. So we put them over, and again, as I told you, I'm going to fry both sides for 2 minutes, and that comes up to be. So I don't have to give it a egg wash in the last for frying. That really doesn't make me comfortable and doesn't look the cutlet look beautiful. So this is one hell of a cutlet. Tastes smoky and meaty, and when you serve it, you just have to squeeze a little lime over it, a little mint chutney, or if you want to eat it with some other ranch or dressing, yeah, you can eat it. Just go this way with the spoon. This is how Shami kebabs are actually made. So I should done my video over here. Now you know the entire recipe how to make Shami kebab. It's not that hell of a job. The only thing is grinding. You can grind it coarsely, try to grind it coarsely. But if you do it in a food processor, it definitely is not done coarsely. But doesn't have to be scared. You can make patties and store them, stuff them inside the freezer, and cook them whenever you want to, whenever the guests arrive or certain guests arrive. You don't have to worry about that you don't have anything or you have to cook some food. This is some awesome snack and people just love it, and stomach filling as well. It's very meaty, spicy and smoky. They're gonna love it. They're definitely gonna ask you for the recipe. So try these at home, and I hope you like this recipe and like my videos. There are a lot of more videos coming over with different sort of recipes from around the world, and trust me, you need to subscribe to my videos, stick to them, and a lot is coming over. Thank you for watching my video, and let's hope we meet again soon with a new recipe, with a new dish. Thank you.